Hello, Carolina. Would you like a love card message? So I already pre-shuffled them and got them charged before I logged on here. So I just have to pull, and I pull um, like I count out the cards because I go by your username or whatever name you have in front of me, and I just spell out your name, and the last letter of your name is the card that comes up for you. So it is just a brief message, and for more details, it will require a donation or a paid session. So you might not be able to see it well because I have the light turned off, but you have the deception card, and it says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So somebody could be lying to you about something, or maybe they're hiding something from you. Or maybe they're not telling you the whole truth about something. So keep a lookout for that. These messages are regarding the retrograde is kind of trying to die down, and a lot of people are having issues with their relationships and communications and things like that. So that is why I decided to do this. So I hope this makes sense to you. You're welcome. Hi, Divine Blossoming. Would you like a card? It's a one card love message. So I'll just pull you a card and just go over the general meaning. Yes, I remember you. And you can take it to mean whatever you want it to mean. For details, do send a donation or book a private session. Now, I may not remember everybody, but eventually, um, you know. So it may take me a little time to shuffle today because Spirit has given me the number 6 to work with today. So I'm shuffling 6 times. So do bear with me. That is my smoke alarm. It'll be going off probably often. Ooh. So Divine Blossoming You have received reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're waiting for somebody. This could mean reunited passion with somebody that you're already dealing with, or if you're not in an exclusive, very serious relationship, this is about you two possibly getting back together officially. For more details, please book a private session or send a donation. So, reconciliation. Or possibly somebody you've been waiting to hear from is about to pop back up and send you a message or give you a phone call. That could possibly what that means as well. So I hope that made sense to you. Oops. Oops. Yes. To go further, that will require a donation. Okay. Take your time. I'll be here. Although I'm trying not to stay on here so long. When you make a donation, I can only go so far per donation. I can't do like I did last time. I ended up going over, but two, um, you can refresh and try to come back because I don't think it's my end. So, May Reed, I am not doing specific questions. For specifics and details, you would have to make a donation or book a private session. What this is just a brief one card love message where I will pull a card for you and give you a brief general meaning as to what it possibly may mean. That is all I am doing in this video. No, I cannot. That is my smoke alarm and it goes off. It needs to be fixed, so I cannot control that. So you'll just have to bear with me. No problem. So I'll pull you a card in a minute, May Reed. I'm just going to my PayPal account so we can be ready for when people are making donations and I can make sure that they're being sent. I do apologize for the alarm, but it's out of my control, so kind of just have to look over it. So May, this one is for you. May Reed, healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And what that is about for some people is, maybe you didn't have enough attention from them growing up and it kind of affects you in your love area in the romantic sense, because maybe you're wanting attention from your partner or whoever you're liking right now, and you're kind of thinking about what you went through with your parents and maybe they didn't give you enough attention growing up, and you're looking for this attention in the love partner and they're not giving you that attention as well. This is about you healing those family issues and forgiving your parents for anything that that may have kind of neglected you for, like not spending enough time with you or giving you enough attention, because that is what is affecting your love life currently. So for more details and specifics, please do make a donation or book a private session with me. Um, about donations, like the last time I kind of went a little bit further than I should have per donation. I guess it just maybe depends on how much you send. I can't, read too much here. I can get further in here from what I have pulled for you already, but per donation, it would kind of be a little bit hard for me to um, do a full, complete reading in the chat. So if you um, would like a full reading, that would have to be done from my website. So if you are new to the room, let me know and I can pull you a one card love message. I am doing this because of the retrogrades trying to die down, and people are having a lot of issues with communications in their relationships and pretty much anything in a relationship, more so communication. And even if you're single, this will work for you as well. So what I do is just pull the card for you and read to you what's on the card and give you a brief general meaning of what it could mean for you possibly regarding your love life. Thank you. Okay. Oops. So if anybody would like a card, please let me know. Sure. Okay, so A or N, SN, AN, ANSN. Your message is love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. That is simply about kind of focusing on yourself, doing some relaxation and rejuvenation, taking yourself out, catering to yourself, and stop, trying to cater to everybody else. Take care of you first and then worry about taking care of somebody else, basically. So that is for you. For more details, please do book a private reading with me, or you can send a donation. Well, Flaw, these are just general love messages. It may touch bases on that and it may not. So if you have specific questions on your mind, the card may answer it, but it may not. Keep in mind that I'm not answering specific questions. I'm just giving you a general love message that spirit may have for you at this time, and it could pertain to love with your family, yourself, or a relationship. Whatever first comes to mind is what I'll be doing or what it'll mean. Okay, so let me see who's next. I'm not really going in any particular order. I am just going where I feel drawn to the most first, but I will try to get to everybody. Mm. So, Jennifer Martin, if you're still here, did I shuffle? Nope. I would like to do yours next. Please do bear with me. I do have kind of a process when I shuffle, as well as Spirit gave me the number 6 to deal with today to shuffle. So it might take me a little bit longer. Whoops. Okay, I don't know why I have cards popping out everywhere. Six for pretty much any card deck that I'm dealing with today. Just overall today, Spirit said use number 6 when shuffling. So whatever card deck I pick is what. Well, that's how many times I'll be shuffling. I don't know why. Sometimes I have to do what Spirit says. Whoops. So, guys, I'm working on Jennifer Martin at this time. Please do be patient. 2, 3. And 6. You're welcome. Okay. Jennifer. So if you wonder why I count the cards out again, for those of you who have missed it, I always pull by the spelling of your username or your real name, and whatever the last card of your name or the spelling of your name will be the card for you. So, Jennifer Martin, you received keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So this means that whatever, if you're with somebody, they may not actually be your soulmate, or it could possibly mean that the soulmate that'll be entering into your life is going to be a lot different from what you have expected. They may look different. They may act a little different. They may be even different in when it comes to their age. Maybe they're younger. Maybe they're older. They'll be kind of different. It could be the person you are with now, or if you're even with anybody, but it'll be kind of it'll just be something you're not used to, and it's saying for you to keep an open mind and keep your options open, if that makes sense. So I hope that made sense to you. For more details, okay. So for a married person, that would just mean that maybe they're about to kind of change a little bit, and it's going to be something that you're not used to. It can mean different things for different people. So love, are you still here? If you're not here, I don't want to do the messages while you're not here because you may or may not watch the upload. All right, so love, as I explained, the card may not pertain to that in particular, as I'm not doing specifics. It is just general, but it may apply to that and it may not. Whatever first comes to mind is what it'll more than likely be speaking of. So please do bear with me. I have kind of a process when I shuffle, and then I think I'll go with flower. Well, flaw, but he wants to be called flower. I think I'll go with my moderator next. I want to say he might be the only one. Okay. When you see me look off like that, that is spirit communicating with me. And I don't even know if that was related to anybody in here, so I'm not going to say. It's pretty personal. It's got to do with some health issues. Oops. I feel like whoever it was about, it may have been somebody that left the room already, but because it's not many people in here at the moment, but no, it wasn't good. It was pertaining to some health problems. I don't know who it was though. Yep. Unfortunately, that's just the way this gift works sometimes. You got to hear and see stuff. For now, I'd rather not give that out, but I'll let you guess. I am young, as you could probably tell. You might be older than me. I feel like you are. Yes, I'm in my 20s. My early 20s at that. But you can take a guess. Yeah, that's what I said. I said I felt like you were older than me. Okay, Golden Unicorn, please do know that these are general messages. It may not apply to what you have asked, as I am not doing specific questions. Not 26. It can maybe apply to what you've asked, but we're just focused on general love message. It may relate to love regarding your family, friends, and self-love. Yeah, you got it correct. I didn't want to give it out, but for reasons. But okay, soul love. All right. Golden Unicorn, your message is finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love right now. So whoever you are thinking about is more than likely being focused on this, and that may be why they are being distant. So if they're kind of being distant, don't take it personal. They've got other things on their plate at the moment. Yeah. So I hope that made sense to you. You're welcome. Um, was I on Soul Love? Okay, so I was on You Soul Love, but I got distracted with Golden Unicorn's message. So yeah, the message was likely meant for her since I ended up going to her. I was trying to get to you. But this one was definitely meant for Golden Unicorn. But Spirit will do that sometimes, so I do apologize. It'll sometimes direct me towards who needs it the most, and I was literally trying to focus on you, and then I ended up saying Golden Unicorn. So give me one moment, and I will um, go back to you. Soul Love. That was interesting. I don't feel like that is meant for you, so I'll just keep. You're welcome. Mm, maybe. I don't know about that. Okay, so like if you so Soul Love, a card, one particular card keeps popping out for you, but I'm gonna keep shuffling to see what actually comes up. But I feel like there is a need for you to forgive. Um I don't know. Let me see. Forgive something or somebody at the moment. If I start making weird faces and squinting my eyes, it's spirit saying something to me about something that may not be related to what I'm trying to do. Okay. Because the forgiving and learning card kept popping up, but I want to see um, if that's really meant for you. If it's meant for you, it'll pop right back up. But um, yeah. No, you haven't. You'll be after Soul Love, and then I think somebody else wanted. I don't know, but you'll be after Soul Love. Hi, Ma. It is a little early for me, actually. So Soul Love. Okay. Huh. Okay. I still do think forgiving and learning is meant for you. But Soul Love, the card that came up for you this time is let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. So whoever you're thinking about, it possibly um, maybe somebody is trying to give you advice about this person or situation. No, if I'm looking kind of funny, it's because I'm getting messages, and sometimes I have to stop what I'm doing, and my facial expressions may change a bit, but that's all it is. But so it says, let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. So do kind of take other people's opinions and advice into consideration, not necessarily act on the advice, but just kind of take it into consideration. I feel more so for you. You are needing to forgive somebody for something. I don't know. Forgiving, yeah, I definitely see because that card kept popping up. So I'm not answering specific questions. What I am doing is pulling one general romance angel card. It may answer your question, it may not, but it is supposed to be general. For details and specifics, do send a donation or book a private reading. So Ivy, I am not doing specific questions. These are just brief, general, one card love messages. It could be pertaining to love, family, love with your family, friends, or self-love. Yes, if you're wanting a card, I'm giving you a message from that card if you're wanting one. But you would have to tell me you want one. So I think Flower was next, which is my moderator. I mean, it's possible that they can answer what you were wanting to ask, but I'm not doing specifics today on the live. Okay, I don't know why, but since I've popped on here, I've been seeing the color red. If that makes sense to anybody, let me know. It may just be with me, but it's okay. And I also have a headache, which I believe is coming from somebody in this room. So Flower. Okay. Ooh, okay. So that card came up before. For the first person I pulled for, actually. So flaw, you have deception. Someone is wearing a self mask in this relationship. So whoever you are thinking about, it's possible that they're hiding something from you, not telling you the whole truth about something. Or possibly they'll be lying about something to you in the future. I'm getting that somebody's not being honest about their feelings 100%, whether or not they're good or bad feelings. No, it came up for another person in the chat earlier. Like, I think it was the very first person I pulled for, it came up for. So, okay, so I'm going to get Ma next. And then if Ivy is still here, I'm going to get her. Please do let me know if you would like a card. It could be anything. It could also be something coming up. But right now I'm focusing on the energy of the retrogrades. It's still kind of in motion. And it's trying to die down, but a lot of people are still having problems. So that is, I felt called to do this live stream. Okay, so Ma and then Ivy. If you're not here, though, I don't think it would make any sense for me to do your card. So do try to be here. Never know when you're going to be Ivy, what are you asking? If you're asking, are these pertaining to love? Yes, these messages. It can answer that, but I'm not answering specifics today in the live. But if you want to go further, you can send a donation or book a private reading with me. Yes, that's what this is, a general love message. It could pertain to self-love, love with your friends, love with your family, kids if you have any. It's just going to be a general message, but likely whatever you are thinking about, that is what it's going to be about. So I do ask that you kind of make sure that you read the title before you come in the room. So that way I won't have to, explain, because the title says it all. If it says general on there, that means I'm not answering questions or doing specifics. So if ever you see the word general, that just means a general message. To be honest, nothing really. I don't know, trying to get through it. Nothing different just yet. I'm just trying to have a good day. Yeah, I said that too, because before I had like huge bags underneath my eyes. I still kind of got them, but they've gone down. I still haven't gotten much sleep, so it could be the soap that I used. I've used Neutrogena morning burst, and that kind of helps wake you up a little bit. Okay, so I was on Ma. Okay. Ma, you have let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. And what that is about is kind of letting go of certain outcomes, because the more you hold on to it, the more you start to create delays and blockages within the situation with somebody you're thinking about. Whether there's you're waiting on communication or you're waiting on somebody to kind of act right. Sometimes we manifest what we fear instead of what we want, because we're thinking about it too much and we're focusing on it too much. So kind of shift your focus on something else to distract yourself, and let the universe handle it for you. It'll work out. You just have to trust it and let go of it. And also kind of, if you're thinking about somebody in particular, or maybe you're thinking about dating, kind of change your attitude maybe. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying to kind of chillax a little bit. And I usually don't use words like that, might I add, but just be yourself and kind of stop taking things too seriously. That's another thing. Not necessarily, but if that is what you were thinking about, then that's what it may be about. I mean, kind of have be more into it, if that makes sense. Not into having a relationship, but into getting to know the possibilities with somebody. Kind of just be more open and be more free, and letting the person be more free too. Because it says let go of control issues, and us women can sometimes get a little controlling, and we don't try to. So you're welcome. Okay, I said Ivy was next. You're welcome. Ivy, I want to say one thing to you. Your energy is kind of off. I don't know if I think do you have Ivy, do you have some type of anxiety right now about something? Because I'm feeling it. Ivy, do you have anxiety about something? I'm thinking it's Ivy because as soon as I said her name, when I was trying to shuffle, you see I had to stop. I'm feeling it with her. Mm, why did you say never mind? Okay. Yeah, I'm getting to that, but sometimes okay, well, you got to give me time. Sometimes I get messages before I pull cards. I don't actually need them. I just use them because I love them. Um, but yeah, do give me time because the way you just asked me to pull a card kind of sounded kind of rude. But give me time. I have a process when I shuffle. You really need to kind of get that anxiety checked out because it's not mine. I mean, I have anxiety, but I right now that's not mine. That's you. And I don't know why. Whatever you're thinking about, you kind of need to try to dial it down. Because I think you're kind of taking it out on other people. You may not be trying to, but yeah, maybe. But you kind of have to think that other people around you are going through things too. It's not that your pain doesn't count, but you never know what another person is going through too. So don't try to make their day, a living hell. Maybe even if you're going through something, and I get it, but I'm going through a rough time myself. So, I mean, I get how she feels, but when I feel something, I kind of have to say it sometimes. So while I am going to try to pull a card, I maybe get a message before, and I have to sort that out before I get into your card. Thank you, Golden Unicorn. I'm not being rude at all. I'm not trying to be anyway. I'm not that kind of person. But just kind of remember that other people, are going through things as well. So. Ivy, your energy is really, really, really uptight. Okay, so 2 more times, and then I'm going to get your card. So bear with me. I was told by Spirit today to shuffle 6 times for all of my cards and all of my readings today. So that's what I'm doing. I think that was 6. I don't know. Well, it's kind of personal, so I don't really want to get into it, but I am having some health issues that are kind of messing with me overall. Okay, Ivy, so you have the trust card. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So whatever you're thinking about, or whatever person you're thinking about, you said you were thinking about an ex. So this could be pertaining to him, but it could just be about overall your life. It is telling you once you have more faith, then everything will work out. You kind of have to change your mindset. No, it's if you're talking about me, divine blossoming, it's just some health issues for me. And other stuff, but I'm not going to get into that. So I hope that made sense, Ivy. It is just about you changing your mindset. Whatever you're thinking about, it'll work out in your favor, but you got to have more trust and have more faith. Because the more, like I said to somebody earlier, the more you focus on the negative, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get what you don't want. So kind of shift your focus. I hope that makes sense. You're welcome. So if you would like a card, please let me know. I'll whenever I do some meditation, I'll do a prayer for you, Ivy. Yes, have more faith. I'm not saying going around and trusting everybody you meet. I'm just saying trust that things will get better and that things will turn around. And then when you least expect it, if you change your mindset, then whatever you're waiting on, it'll come. It could have meant anything. Towards the end, like I said, it could have meant that somebody is not being 100% honest about how they feel about you, whether good or bad. Maybe they said that, they couldn't stand you or something, but it's the complete opposite of that. Or maybe they said that they like you and they really don't like you, something like that. You can also ask me general questions about my gifts and the way that I work. Or if you just want to watch, you can watch. No problem. So even when it's a donation, this one is still going to be general because we're talking about the retrograde period regarding your love life. Um, further. That's up to you. That's why it's called a donation. You send however much you want, but there's only so far that I can go depending on how much you do send. Um, I haven't checked I thought I actually didn't know if you were coming back or not, but I was just on my PayPal, so I don't know why I'm logged out of it. Or you can always just book a private reading with me instead of a donation if you want, because I do have rather cheap services actually, so it may make more sense for you to do that instead of doing it in the live. Hmm. Okay. Let me grab it because I don't have it on me. All right. Yes, I'm doing that. I may be psychic, but I'm not a robot. You got to give me time to do things. Um, this is just a general one card message. So if you've already gotten a card, that would be it. I'm not doing specific questions with it. It's just general. But and this video is just catered to your love life. It could be with your friends, your family, self-love, children if you have any. I can get a little bit further with the card that you received, but for more additional cards, you would have to send a donation. This one is just a brief one card reading. So again, please do everybody make sure you read the title before you come in. If you see the word general, that means that I'm just giving you a general message that could pertain to anything in your life, maybe, and that I'm not doing specifics. So the purpose of this is because of the retrogrades are still kind of trying to die down, and a lot of people are going through it with their relationships, more so with communication. I had this video, this live stream on mine actually last night, but I decided to just do it this morning because it was too late by the time it came on my mind. You can always book a private reading with me for specifics if I don't, because I'm not going to always do the specific on live streams. That is going to be a every once in a blue moon type of thing. My services are actually very inexpensive, so it's not going to be very pricey. You'll notice right when you get to my website. The highest on my website will probably be my healings, but they're not even that high. You can also get 5 specific questions for $10.05. That is a regular offer. Um, you can get general card messages, very cheap. You can also find me on my Tarot Advisor app. You'll recognize me by my face, so I wouldn't even have to tell you who I am. But it'll be my real name, and then Gifted Soul will be underneath it. And you can also find me on Fiverr as well. So I'm just waiting to see if anybody else comes in and wants a card. And then I'm waiting on, unless she changed her mind, Divine Blossoming. She was sending a donation. I won't do it in the live stream. No, that's on my private practice on my website. It won't be on the live stream. That'll be via email. But if you want me to transfer your reading to video, it is just $5.99 extra for me to put it on video. But yes, it's 10:05. Let me just type that. 10:05 for 5 questions. If you want it on video, that is $5.99 extra, which I just started doing, by the way. Now, right now though, I'm kind of backed up. I have about 3 or 4 readings to do. So you might have to wait a little bit longer, not that much longer, but just a little bit to receive your reading if you were to order today, because I try to go by whoever ordered first. So yeah, I think I have, and I just got an order last night. So yeah. Yes, that's online. I won't be doing it. It won't be on the live chat. No, it'll be, if you want it on video, it'll be $5.99 extra. If you want just the reading for 10:05, that is via email. You can always just take time to think about it. And no, I don't do phone readings. I used to do phone readings when I was a reader for psychicencounters.com, but I am not a reader there anymore. I don't do phone readings. I just do video readings and via email. And in person, maybe if you're nearby, I do readings for my family and stuff like that. But yeah, okay. I will try to. I don't know how much longer I'll be on here. It's okay. Um, okay. Um, Golden Unicorn, you can just email me and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can and give you more details about that service. I'm not sure if you're understanding me, but it won't be over the phone and it'll only be on video if you pay the extra $5.99 fee. All of my readings are really on via email. Unless you request video, which will cost extra, or if you want one of my per minute video readings. It won't be during the live stream, but your video will be uploaded to YouTube. It won't be public unless you request for it to be, or give me permission to put it public. It got darker in here all of a sudden. Look like it's going to rain. Um, So Divine Blossoming just sent me a donation, so I'd have to get to her first. Now, with the donation, we are focused on, for this love reading, we are focused on the retrograde energies regarding love. So it's not really based on any specific questions. It'll kind of still be general, but we're just going more in depth with donation. Now, if you have something in mind, I can tune into it maybe, but not like a question, because this is not what that video, what this is for. Nicolina, if I'm saying your name right, I will get to you after I get through with Divine Blossoming. Nicolina, this is just brief one card messages for details and specifics. You can send a donation or book a private reading. Okay, so Divine Blossoming, I'm not sure if you heard me, but this is still the donation will help you get further and help you get more specific, but it may not answer all of those questions as we are focused on the retrograde energies that are trying to die down, and that's the purpose of this love reading. Yes, I'm working on Divine Blossoming, and then after Divine Blossoming will be Nicolina, and then I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, but Klee, I'll get you. But you have to be here. If you're not here, I don't really think that there will be a point in me giving you the message. So do try to stick around. I am also available for private readings, very, very inexpensive. There are testimonials on my website, also on my Tarot Advisor app. And I do come in very, very high demand. One thing that I do want to say is do not ask a question that you really do not want the answer to, because whatever answer you get will more than likely be accurate. And I can't control whether it's negative or positive. I'm just a messenger. So Divine Blossoming, based on the amount you have sent, I will pull 3 cards at the most. And see what I get. Again, I'm focused generally on the retrograde energies. But if you're thinking about him, this is more than likely who it's pertaining to. Okay. So the last time I connected to you, Divine Blossoming, there's one card here that you got the last time, I believe. It may have been somebody else, but I think it was you. So the first one you have is children. Your love life is being affected by children. Now, the messages don't exactly have to mean what they say on the card. It can mean different things for different people. I'm just going over them with you first, and then I will tap in and see what they may mean for you regarding this reading. You have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And then unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. For you, I feel like your attitude with this person is kind of affecting the relationship and affecting and influencing his mind. That's why I get the unrequited love. You're maybe saying things or asking questions that are making him just want to walk away. And it's kind of fading down on your chemistry and your attraction. And then children could be focused on somebody needing to grow up a little bit, not necessarily that you have children or will have children. For you and this guy, I feel like it's more so that he needs to grow up and somebody needs to mature. It could very well be both of you. And then you have retreat. And I feel like this is telling you to give your mind a break, because it's like you're acting on impulse. As soon as one thing goes wrong, you're kind of ready to pick a fight or an argument, maybe not on purpose, but your words kind of lead it into that direction. So it's saying to give your mind a break. Stop listening to voices in your head telling you to say certain things and do certain things. As far as he goes, I don't feel like he's going anywhere. But again, he's kind of slowly backing away because you are pressuring him with certain questions and kind of feeling like you maybe need to have to say so and everything. And that's the way he's taking it. So as long as you keep taking that route, he's going to continue to back away. So that is what I get for that. Yeah. And retreat can also be about you and him taking a vacation together or something and spending time together. Maybe you can bring up the idea to him. Um, Again, for you, this unrequited love card showed up because you're pushing him away with with your attitude and your the questions and stuff that you're asking him. So kind of dial that back a little bit. So I hope that made sense for you. And I wish you love and light. So I think I said Nicolina was next. Okay. So again, these are just general love messages. No, I didn't pick up. If I picked it up, I would have let you know, but I didn't see anything about a sign. I just went over no. I'm assuming that this is somebody you're currently with, but I didn't get no sign from him. Okay. Thank you for being here. I have already tried to clear the energy, so that will require another donation or a private reading. Based on the donation you sent, I chose 3 cards. Do you already know his sign? If you already know his sign, unless in spirit brings it up to me, I don't think there's a reason for me to go into that. If you already know it. I read for you because based off of, okay, you are with somebody, right? Because I think that's what you said last time. That's what I read from. I'm not reading from anybody, a new energy. You said tap into his energy, so I'm assuming you were talking about somebody that you're with currently. What is his birth date? And maybe I can tell you what his sign is. Maybe. Astrology is not my thing, but spirit, and there I go again, spirits does kind of relay to me some zodiac signs and maybe descriptions of people sometimes, but it does not always come up. So guys, these are just general love messages regarding the retrograde energies that are trying to die down, because a lot of people are having problems with their love life regarding communications with their partner. And even if you're single, this could work for you as well. It is just one card. I read to you what's on the card and a possible meaning for it. That is all it is. But whatever you are thinking, it could possibly be pertaining to that. This is about, it could be, these cards can pertain to love regarding your family, friends, children, if you have any, or self-love. Doesn't necessarily have to be about love with a person. Okay. Well, again, if you know his birth date, I could possibly give you his sign. But again, I don't get that I only spirit gives me that information if they want to give it to me. I don't really ask for signs; they just give it to me sometimes. That could, I can't really tell you exactly who. Maybe unless you give me a list of people to choose from. You gotta kind of be a little bit more specific and clear, because you told me you were focusing on somebody you were with. And when you say whatever it is, that is what I look into. So you have to be more clear. Okay, again, this is general for the retrograde season, so it may not answer that. 5th of November. Again, astrology is not my thing, so I may not be able to tell you, but I know some. I don't need the year. You wouldn't need the year to tell what sign he is. Yeah. So Nicolina, are you still here? Because I think that it was you I was doing next. If you're not here, it wouldn't be a point for me to do the messages. So do let me know if you are here before I pull. Nicolina, do stick around, be patient. It might take me some time. Nicolina, going once, going twice. I don't have the list of people here. It just tells me how many people are in the room. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. There was somebody after Nicolina I said, and I can't remember who it was. Let me scroll back up. I think it was somebody else, and then Victoria after that person. It was Clee Townsend. Are you still in here? Divine. So again, this is general regarding the retrograde energy. So this may not give you an answer on that. And the reconciliation card, like I meant, was like I said, it may not actually mean somebody coming back. It could be about somebody that you haven't heard from, that you want to hear from, that maybe drop a call or a text message or something. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're coming back to start a relationship. Reconciliation means a lot of different things. Okay, so I'm on Clee. Divine Blossoming, if you have sent a donation, another donation, just give me a moment to pull Clee's card. And I think I'm saying her name wrong, or his, but I apologize if I am. I mean, is there any Divine Blossoming? Is there anybody in particular you are wanting to come back? Because I'm not always going to be able to give somebody a name. I don't work like that. Now, if you have names to choose from, I can, give you a better answer that way, but I can't just generally tell you all the time that Billy Bob is going to be the one to come back. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more specific. So give me one moment, Clee. So while I'm doing this, I would like to say that I do have a first time customers offer that is only $5. You get to ask 2 questions. And that's just to give you a brief explanation. or a brief connection. So to see if you like my gifts or if I can connect with you at a low price. But keep in mind, if you order now, it'll probably be a little bit before you get it because I am booked up. So Klee. Klee, your card is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So that is just about living in the moment. My phone just went. Living in the moment, kind of cherishing what is, even though it may be complicated, even though it may not, be working out the way you want it to work out. But there is hope. But you just kind of got to pretend like you're okay with it, because that'll pull whoever it is closer to you. Not, them stepping over your boundaries, but pretty much just being patient. Okay, well, for that, I won't be doing any of the offers that I am mentioning aside from this one card reading. I'm not doing in the live stream. You would have to order that, and I will do that via email. If you want it on video, that will be $5.99 extra, plus the service you are buying. You're welcome. And Victoria, are you still here? Again, keep in mind I am booked up a little bit, so wait time can be increased. It's usually 2 to 3 days after purchase, if not the same day. I can guarantee you it more than likely won't be today because I'm backed up by, I think, 4 or 5 people. And that's going to really mess my energy up and drain me. So I can't do that many people in one day with a full reading anyway. I think I know what divine blossoming is, but I'm not going to say it right now. No, I don't. I'm not a reader that goes off of things I remember. I don't remember things like that. That's what I'm picking up on at this time. So if I'm telling you that I feel something right now, it's what I feel right now. I don't go back and look at readings or remember things. So Victoria, I called her, but it looks like, I guess, people got impatient and left. I'm not going to do the messages if you leave out of the room because I don't feel like it would be a point. I'm doing this as an in the moment type of thing. So it is 1:23. Well, not 1:23. I've been here for an hour and 23 minutes. If your energy might stick with me, and if your energy sticks with me, divine blossoming, I'm not gonna say because I kind of feel like my gift is being tested. My spirit guides don't like that. It's a certain way that you test a psychic, then there's a certain way you don't. But yeah, if your sometimes energies do stick with me after a reading, and if it does that, it's not a good thing when it comes to my gift. Yeah. Um, I might say later, but right now I'm not gonna get into that because then I might get too connected. Yeah. I can tell you what element I think it's in. I'm not going to tell you exactly the sign right now, but I'll tell you what element I feel it's in. If your energy clings on to me from a reading from a few days ago or however long ago, that means that your energy is messed up. When it, for me, I did a brief mediumship reading on the free forum that I volunteer on, and her energy stuck with me the next day. And I woke up with a very bad, messed up, as in the energy is kind of off. Um, it's like kind of a negative type of thing. So if I ever come to you and say that I remember something, um, and I can remember things and it not be like that, but if I come to you and say that I remember a specific reading, it'll be because it lingered with me for a reason, and that reason is something with your inner soul may not be correct. It can be a lot of different things. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to understand it the best of my ability, but this psychic thing is not an exact science, and everybody works differently. So you do have to um, give that some thought. Um, hmm. Okay, so I was doing something. I'm going to tell Divine Blossoming what element I think her sign is in. Now, this, if it's not this exact one, it could be in your rising or your sun or your moon signs. It may not be your overall sign. Um, it could be anything. Let's see. Trying to make sure I have my elements right. So I do think it is between earth and water. Now, if this is not, it may be in your rising or your sun or your moon. It's maybe somewhere in your natal chart. Yeah. Um, I don't know that exactly, as I'm not an expert in astrology, but spirit relays to me certain things, sometimes about a person specifically, and it could be something, astrological being your sign. But as far as your rising and your sun and moon, I won't know exactly what that is. Spirit may say, oh, she may be a Leo or a Capricorn. But as far as, yeah, I don't do astrology, is not my thing. I work with mostly my natural abilities, and I don't have to have the cards. I just use them anyway. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. We all are psychic. We just don't have, some of us are just not equipped to use the gift or further develop it like most of us. And we're not all meant to use it that way, but we are all gifted. It's up to you whether or not to develop that gift. Um, I can help you with spiritual development, but I can't get into it here. Um, Not all of us have, we all have, we're all intuitive, actually. Everybody is. Um, um, for this live stream, it's only for the love energy regarding the retrogrades, but um, I can help you in a spiritual development reading on my website. I don't have it listed there. It's a lot of stuff I do offer that I do not have listed on my site. So some things you will have to ask about. Uh, for me to help you with spiritual development, the reason why I say I cannot do it in here is because that takes a lot of energy, and we are also in a room with multiple people. So I can't, it's no guarantee that my energy is just be directed towards yours. Now, I can maybe pull you a card and give you some type of idea, but for this particular live stream, I wanted to focus on one thing. Yeah, I know, but I can't always do live streams. And some stuff is just hard to do when you're a reader in a live stream. You can be connected to a million different energies at once, and that's something that you can't control. I don't do WhatsApp. I do readings via email. I am also on the My Tarot Advisor app. You'll recognize my face, and my nickname will be under my real name. Um, yeah, I don't do WhatsApp. You can get a video reading, but it won't be live. Now, as soon as I get a better camera, as soon as I get a better camera, I will be on Aranum. Um, that's live readings, yes. It's kind of hard to just get on and do a live reading for somebody, unless it's like a group like this where it's planned out. But I can't just do a live for one individual person because a lot of people will come in, and again, I will be connected to a million different energies. So I wish I could, but the thing is, this types of stuff, it takes out a lot of energy. So that stuff is kind of better off to do outside of a live, because most readers, when they are in a live, they can pick up on a few different people at once. So if you want a live reading, whenever I get to Aranum and get my camera situated, you can find me there, and my nickname will be there as well. I go by Gifted Soul on pretty much everything. I'm actually on a few different platforms. There is one that I am no longer on though. My Tarot Advisor app. It's a phone app. Psychic. PsychicBitch.com. That is where I volunteer my time free of charge to answer free questions. I'm not the only psychic there, so I won't be the only person answering your questions all the time, and not all questions are guaranteed an answer, so you kind of have to be patient and be hopeful, because it is kind of like a contest. Not everybody gets their questions answered, and it can take a few days to get your answer. Also, my website, let me grab the link for that. And apparently that didn't copy. Hi, Heather. Heather, I'm not answering specific questions. What I'm doing is pulling one card from the Romance Angels deck. It'll be telling you something about the retrograde energies regarding your current love life. It could be pertaining to self-love, love with your family, love with your friends, or children if you have any. Doesn't necessarily have to be regarding your love life in the romantic sense. Now, it may answer whatever question you may have in your head, but this is general, and it is regarding the retrograde energies that are trying to die down. A lot of people are having some anxiety and some issues with some communication regarding their relationships and their love life. And if you're single, the messages can work for you as well. So I just tell you the message on the card, give you a possible meaning of what it can mean for you. But yeah, a lot of people are. We are in the you're welcome, Heather, and thank you, Divine Blossoming. If you want to, you can get in touch with me about readings on my email address. Let me get it to you really quick, and I'll get back to you maybe sometime today. Thank you. Now, I will, Heather, just so you know, I am letting everybody know this. It is a spiritual channel, and I will be doing readings and stuff mostly, but oftentimes I will try to switch it up and, try to have fun on here. So sometimes I may do something different. You may not see cards or me doing readings at all. I do want to let people know that. But mostly this is what this channel is for. So I'm just saying, if you don't want to see a switch up, you might not want to subscribe. So it is dark in here because I have my light off, and we have some cloudy weather outside. Okay, Divine Blossoming. And around. I think she already left, but I just called her. Okay, Heather. So if you see me counting the cards out, it is because I go by the spelling of your name or whatever name you have presented in front of me, and the last letter of your name will be the card that comes up for you. So Heather, you received getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So I think you said you were single. So this is about you being more open with somebody, telling them things you may not normally tell another person, being able to trust this person. It could be somebody coming into your life soon. It may not be soon, but this is just about the saying for you to get to know them better before making sudden moves. Yeah, and even if you know them for a long time, it's oftentimes we think we know somebody, and there are things we don't know about somebody. We can know somebody for 25,000 years and still not know something about them. So just be careful and get to know someone. Yes, Lion Heart. And then I think after Lion Heart, I think I'm going to cut it off because I've been here for an hour and 41 minutes, and my head is starting to pound, which means I've looked into too much energy, and I'm going to need to clear that off. You're welcome. Unless somebody else comes in the room, because every time I say I'm going to cut it off, somebody pops up. So I do have kind of a process when I shuffle, and today's spirit for some reason gave me the number 6 to work with today. So that is how many times I'll be shuffling for everybody. So do kind of give me. So this is a general 1-card love message. I'll just read the message on the card and give you some possible meanings of what it can mean for you. I'm doing this because of the retrograde energies trying to die down. A lot of people are having communication problems within the relationships, and some people are growing distant in their relationships. Or if you're single, this could work for you too. So I think that was 3. There's my smoke alarm. Okay. So if you see me counting out the cards, that is how I pull cards for people. What I do is I go by the spelling of your username or whatever name you have presented in front of me. And the last letter of your name is going to be the card that is for you. And yes, the Global Mistress. It is my smoke alarm, and I do apologize. It needs to be fixed. It's going to go off a lot. So, Lionheart, you received flirt, extend your lightheartedness. I can't read today. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. That is about opening up more, being flirtatious, kind of making some bold moves here. Like even if it's just with the way that you kind of talk to someone. So kind of open up the energy more by being a little bit more out there, putting yourself out there. And it's also about keeping your options open as well. You're welcome. So the Global Mistress and And after you, I think I'm going to cut it unless somebody pops up. But so this is just regarding the retrograde energies that are trying to die down. A lot of people are having some anxiety and communication problems with relationships. Some people are growing distant, and things are all over the place in the universe right now. So it'll just be general. I'll pull the card for you and read the message that's on there and give you some possible meanings of what it could mean. This could be pertaining to self-love with your self-love with yourself, family, friends, children, if you have any, or whatever it is you're thinking about, or whoever it is you're thinking about could be pertaining to that as well. So okay. So the global mystery, your card is soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Do keep in mind that soulmates are not what a lot of people think it is. We all have multiple soulmates, and you're not always meant to be with your soulmates. You will have a strong connection, but some soulmate connections are to be remain in the spiritual sense. And some soulmate connections are here to teach us a lesson. But yeah, we all have multiple soulmates. And well, yeah, this is more than likely validation that if whoever you're concerned about now is one of yours. So I hope that that makes sense and that it resonates. You're welcome. So, unless somebody else wants a card or would like me to go further with a card they already pulled, I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. Yep, I've been here for a very long time. I can't really get too specific here. By going further, that will require a donation. A possible meaning of getting to know each other, it could possibly be whatever I guess comes to your mind first. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Getting to know each other could mean different things for different people. But the vibe I was getting is possibly somebody new for you. But if exes or somebody in your past is what you were thinking about, it may be it's possible that it was about them, whoever you were thinking about. Okay. Well, more than likely it was maybe about you and that person getting together and rekindling and getting to know each other more than you already have, or possibly it could be somebody new. It can mean different things. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, it could be coming up. Just whatever you may think it mean. It's about the retrograde energy, so it could possibly be telling that you and him need to spend more time together, or spend time together again and get to know each other for what for how you did, when you got together. So I'm going to go ahead and head off. I thank everybody for tuning in, and I wish you all love and light.